everyone. In this NBA 2K24 My Career Animations Explained video, I want to talk about this area of the game and what you can do with it. So if you hit the pause button, you'll find, if you go over to My Player, there's this area called Animations. And this is a place where you can change sort of like the style of your player and how your player moves around. Some of this will cost you VC if you want to add any of these, but some of it is actually free. So you've got different things here. You've got scoring moves, playmaking moves, in-game celebrations under gameplay animations. You've also got show off animations here, animation store, jump shot creator, dunk style creator, and the ability to customize the HUD. So there's quite a lot of things here, but we're going to be talking about each of these things here. So under the gameplay animations, this shows you where you can equip your free throw, jump shot, layup, and dunk arsenal. So the jump shot here, these are ones that we can basically go with here. So I've got, I'm using my, what are we using here? Clyde Drexler, but I can go with any of these ones here, or we can see other ones in the animation store. So if we go to the animation store, if there's a particular player you like, currently these are all free, so I can go with any of these. And they may change my attributes, so you're going to be looking down the bottom right hand side at these to see whether they're going to change your attribute or not. But if you wanted, for example, Charles Brown Jr. or this one here or this one here, you can just go whoever you like the look of and add that. So if you want to go with one of these, let's say Vince Carter, right? So we go in cart and then we hit Y to go to the cart, purchase it. So this is going to be free, so that's fine. Do I want to purchase them? Yes. Purchase is successful. So you could add any of these, no problem. So while they're free, you might want to add loads of them if you want to do that. We then go back to our gameplay animation. So if I go to the jump shot, there I can see if I want to use Vince Carter's jump shot, I can do that here. So that's his jump shot there. And if we have a little look at Dyson Daniels, that's his one there. So a lot of these is probably going to look fairly similar. But if you want to go with any of those, you just choose the equip. But look at the shot attributes down the bottom there. So let's go. So maybe if we wanted this one here, so that one's going to be A, D, and A down the bottom right hand side. I've got AA, CB here, AA, CB. These are ones that I've created myself. So you can just go through these and see which one makes sense to you. So if I want to equip any of those, I simply choose A to equip. And that is now my jump shot, all right? So, or I can go back to one of the ones that I wanted before. So let's go back to my one that I made. I will talk about that in just a second, how that works. You do the same thing with the free throw, the layup style. So if we look at the layup style here, if we look at the animation store, so we've got the default big, which is the one I've got here. Some of these are free, so you can see this one would be free. But if I want to do, say, Jimmy Butler, that one there, that's going to cost me 500 VC, or this one. So you can just have a little look. So Magic Johnson, that looks quite cool. So if you go for any of these, they're going to cost you that VC. You may also need to have some requirements to do that one. So look down the bottom left hand side before you buy it. So you can see that one I'm fine with. But you'll see that looks a little bit nicer than that one, which is a bit boring, isn't it? So let's say we want the Magic Johnson one. So if we go for that, we'll add it to the cart. That's now in the cart. I hit Y to go to the cart. I say purchase. I've got 34,000 VC down up the top right hand side. So I'll purchase that. And then that's been added to my animations here. And then if we go and have a little look at this, I can't remember what one we were doing there. It was layup, wasn't it? So we'll go here. You can now see Magic Johnson is now the one I'm going to equip. So I press A for that, and that's now my one in there. Dunk style, we've got no dunk style at all. So I've got one here that I made. So we could equip that. Or the other thing we can do, whoops, hang on. So come out of there. I've gone out too far. Because you can make your own dunk style, or you can pick one from the animation store. So we've got this one. This one. That's pretty cool. And the more cool you want, the more this is going to cost you. So you've got to also make sure you've got those requirements. I'm not going to buy one of those just yet because I'll go bankrupt. Let's go back in the animation store again and see some of these other ones. You've got the different ones here, like the hop shot, the motion style, and then we've got the playmaking moves here. So pass style, dribble style, signature size up. So you can get the idea that if you go for any of these, some of them are going to be there's not going to be many options here. Maybe more will come as we go through, but other ones you may find that you've got more options. So we've got intros and outros is quite an interesting thing. For the rec, the park, and the NBA, you can have a bit more of an interesting intro rather than the standard one. So if we go for this and we hit view the category, you've got these different ways of coming in, and these are fired off by pressing right stick. So you can do these ones here and choose which one you want to do. So for example, the boxing exercise, you can just have a little look at which one you like the look of. So we could have boxing match, brown moustache. That's quite fun. And some of them don't involve another player, so if you'd rather do something like a little bit, let me see, hang on a minute. There you go. So we just have a little skip in. A little hip go there, gone fishing. You get the idea. Handstand might be quite fun. Let's see what the handstand's like. That's quite fun. I quite like that one, so we'll go with that one. So we'll add that to the cart. We'll go to the cart here, purchase, yeah. And then come back out of here. And then if we go, whoops, to these animations, where was that? It was, so we've got to think where we go. Where the heck was it? Park jump. It's not in the park. It's sort of before, isn't it? So it must be show off, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. So we go into the show off animations and then the NBA intro, and there it is. So we've got that. I've also got another one here, but we'll go with that one. And these, you would, I'll just see whether you could use it for the rec as well. No, only the hello one there. So some of them are unique to certain areas to get a little bit more money out of you. But you get the idea there. So we've got that. We've done the show off animations. The animation store was where we were seeing all these different things. So that was sort of a jump back to there, so you can see everything there and all the different emotes. The jump shot creator is quite an interesting area. So I'll create a jump shot here and just show you how it works. You give it a name. It's got to be at least 4 letters. So we'll just call it the very interesting test. So we'll do that. Done. And then what you can do here is change the lower bass, the upper release 2, and the blending and release speed. So you can have a little look through these and think about the lower bass and who you want to use for this. So you just go for whatever one here. So if we went for Patrick Balding, you could see that would drop stats down. So you probably want to be looking at someone who's a little bit better at that. So let's go with Bam. That's so-so. We can go through other players here. So if you just go all the way over and you were, looking for what might improve you, maybe that one. You get the idea of it, though. You can go through and adjust however you see fit and find whatever player you like. So go all the way through and just come up with whoever you think looks cool. So there we go. Michael Jordan. The upper release 2. Let's just go, I don't know. That's a big drop, so we don't want that one. That's an improvement. So Dylan Brooks, BBB, ABC. So it's going to take you a bit of time to find out, what's the best player that you want to go for here. You can see I can use any of these that I want, so it's not a problem to get all of these. And then the last thing I can do is go to the blending and release speed and adjust this as well. So you can see where we've got this split between Michael Jordan and O'Shea Brissett here. I can change the release speed here, the animation blending, so more Michael Jordan or less Michael Jordan depending on whatever I want, or a mix of the two. Or of course you could set both to be the same player if you wanted. So whoops, I'm messing around with that now. So you just pick that wherever you want it, come back, and maybe here we want to go with to find the same player. I won't be able to find him now. Where has he gone? Can't see him. You get the idea anyway. So once you've done all of that, you want to save the changes down the bottom Y. You can save that. You can edit it at any point. So we can go here, edit, save. We can create a jump shot. We can load any of these. So there's my test one. If I go back to my other one, which is this one, that's the one I had before. And you'll see that is now assigned to the jump shot there, but if I wanted to use the test one, I could do it here. So I could just bang that in there, and that is now my jump shot. So it's entirely up to you which one you want to use there. You've also got the same sort of thing with dunk style. So I've got one here, which I'll load and show you that one. So these are the different dunks that we've got. And we've got 1 foot standing dunks, So you can see the regular one here would cost me 500 VC to add these two there. I can't add any of these other ones at the minute, they're all restricted, so I basically need to get those improved stats to get access to these, which you can see I still suck a bit on dunks, which is, you know, my players are power forward and can't do too many of these yet. So if I get the drive and dunk up, I'll be able to have access to these things here, but at the minute I've only got these ones here. And also need to get some of them, spend out a little bit on them, and they're still going to cost me a little bit here. So if we go for this one, we could say add all to the cart. They're in the cart. Purchase, yes. Would I like to equip them? I'll say yes, and they are equipped. Okay, so we'll save and exit, and if we have a little look here, we should find that they are somewhere. Where was it? Dunk style, I think, under there. But yeah, you get the idea with that. So we've got all of that area here with the dunk style creator. The last thing that you've got that can be quite handy is the customized HUD area. So here you've got things like whether you want a ball trail on or off, whether you want a graphic with that. Actually, there is no graphic with this one, so we can have that off and then we don't get a ball trail, but maybe you want that on just so you can see where things are going. You've got ball handler text, so you can have that either on, which will put the name underneath, or you can have it off just for a bit more space. The ability name icons, you can have them on or off. So we've got that there. We've got shot feedback, whether you want it on or off. So if I put that on, it'll pop up a little bit of sort of feedback there, so you can see the coverage. I'm wide open, the distance 22.6, so that's going to help a little bit to see how you're going. The takeover icon, whether you want that on or off, so you can have that there. So you can see it just above the little Gatorade thing. Injury or fatigue icon on or off, so you can do the same sort of thing there. So that's the little bar. You got the turbo meter, whether you want that on or off, where you want it. So that's the little 3 bar underneath, so you can have that off if you want, or on. You got the shot meter, so that's that one where we've got the comet at the minute. We could go with a different one if we want, so like the arrow or the tusk or the funnel, whatever one you like the look of. I quite like the comet myself. Size, whether you want it huge, so you can see it a little bit better like that. You can change the colour of it, so we could go yellow for example, or green. I think the green sticks out quite well. Whether you want it on the side or by the head or below the feet, so you can just mess around with those and see where you prefer it. So you might want it there, you might want it there. I think either by the head or to the side is probably where you want it. So whether you want it on for shots, layups and free throws, so that's all in there. You've got the player indicator, whether you want that on or off. So if you're finding that annoying, you turn it off. If it's on, what sort of indicator you want. You can have a basketball underneath, you can have a flame, or the plain old circle, and whether you want it small, medium or large. You can also change the colour of it, so you can have a blue, red, green. So just to help you, see your player that little bit easier. So I'll go with the red in this case. And then we've got the perfect release animation and SFX, and so we've got that on at the minute. So that's shown when it's perfect, we get that sort of green flash. So if off, you can see it's not on there, but on helps me see it. What graphic we want, we can have the flame or the ball, and whether you want that on the left side, the right side, above the player, by the rim. So you can have that entirely up to you. So we'll put it on the let's put it here on the right side, or above the player, or by the rim. Entirely up to you where you want it. So, or whether you want it on, and whether you want a sound effect. So we got that, or that, or that. So quite a deep area, lots of things you can change, but hopefully that helped you out and understand how it all works. If it did, give us a thumbs up please, that's much appreciated. Any comments welcome. If you need more help with the game, let me know with what. I'll put a playlist at the end of here with some other tutorials that hopefully help you out as well. Thanks so much for watching.